For the benefit of the tape, can I ask you your full name, please?
Bobby Beale.
How old are you, Bobby?
12.
Bobby, at your age, you're entitled to have a person called an appropriate adult present when being interviewed. That's a person that's here to look after your interests. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have Sharon Mitchell on your behalf. Are you happy for her to be your appropriate adult? I'm going to need you to speak up for the tape, Bobby.
Yes.
Mrs. Mitchell, for the purpose of the recording, please could you identify yourself?
Sharon Mitchell.
Bobby, when arrested for a crime, you're also entitled to be legally represented. Miss Scott has been called to represent you. Could you identify yourself for the tape, please, Miss Scott?
Richmond Scott, solicitor.
At the end of the interview, I'll give you a notice that explains how you can gain access to copies of the interview tape. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now we've got all the boring stuff out of the way, let's find out a bit more about you, shall we? So, the custody sergeant tells me that you're studying at St. Bartholomew's. Is that right?
Not anymore. My mum and dad can't afford to send me there.
Is that what you're fighting about?
I have advised my client to make no comment whatsoever during this interview.
No comment.
Listen, I know that this is scary, but we just want to find out what happens so that we can try and make things better again. That's what you want, isn't it?
I was gonna run away back to school. But then, my mum came home. Found me with my bag. We had a fight. Said she couldn't stop me because she wasn't my real mum.
And then what happened?
I got angry.
How angry, Bobby?
I need to have a private consultation with my client before this interview continues.
I hit her with my hockey stick.
Conscious.
I went to get my dad.
It was a very smart thing to do.
Didn't mean to hurt her, I swear.
Don't worry. You did the right thing by coming forward.
Does this mean I can see my mum now?
I need to speak to my colleagues first to find out what information they've gathered. As soon as I've done that, we can see about arranging bail, okay? Interview terminated at 26 minutes past 4.
Don't worry. That's the worst bit over.
I've just spoken to your solicitor outside. We've had an update from the hospital, as well as the crime scene manager and the CPS. In light of this, we're going to be charging you with GBH with intent. Now, what that means is that you deliberately used force when you had a fight with your mum earlier. Do you understand? Once we've got all this paperwork sorted, we'll have a word with the custody sergeant about letting you go home, okay?
Have you spoken to Mum?
I'm afraid she's still unconscious.
But she's going to be all right.
The doctors are doing everything they can, Bobby.
She's going to be angry with me, isn't she?
Of course she would.
If I hadn't hurt Lucy, none of this would have happened.
Who's Lucy, Bobby?
She's my sister.
Bobby's tired. He needs to go home.
They told me it wasn't my fault, but I know it was.
I think he's been through enough for today,
What
don't
wasn't
you?
your fault?
I killed her. I didn't mean to. It's just, she wouldn't listen to me.
If you'll just excuse me for a moment, I just need to consult one of my colleagues.
My patience is wearing thin, dear South. I want him bailed and ready to leave in the next 20 minutes.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why not?
Because your client's just confessed to the murder of his sister. I'd say a consultation is in order, wouldn't you?
Excuse me.